started, we have Dr. Hamad Alghafri, who is our president. And yeah, we will start with Hamad. And Hamad, please, you can just kind of, if you want to present and discuss about the things that we have for ISAM. And then we have few slides for you, Hamad, if you want to use the slides that you have for ISAM.
Thanks a lot, Hamad, and thanks for your team for arranging such a huge meeting, which we are honored to be within, the International Society of ISAM. First of all, just an introduction. Actually, this is one of the slides that I did it already a few days ago in one of the meetings in Saudi Arabia. Identifying who's ISAM and where we started. So basically, the ideas go to a group of physicians where they met in Palm Springs in the United States in 1999. And a need was raised out to have such an organization which talk about the issues of addiction and the subspecialty of mental health towards addiction. And it's a be born with the recognition that substance use disorders is a medical is a condition associated with medical and psychiatric consequences. Nowadays, we are talking about social plus, and it's involved population regardless of race, age, gender, ethnicity, and unfortunately, it's a global in nature. And unfortunately, nowadays, we are talking about such an endemic, they call it, nowadays, our friend Igor from University of San Diego, they said, well, it is almost endemic like, the COVID. One of the main issues which we work to cater within our colleagues is the education and training. And we aim in exchanging the knowledge, research, and practice to our colleagues worldwide. And that's happened through so many, tools. Can I have the next slide, please? Next slide, please. The board of directors, we have, a direct election, and it's happening every 3 years. So nowadays we are proud to have a team of highly motivated, I can say highly motivated team, which, I met with them at almost a week, 10 days ago, and it was very active, long meeting, and it indicates the commitment of the board members towards the ISAM community. And for going towards the next slide, as Hamad mentioned, we have almost more than 50 now affiliated societies, affiliated organizations, and nowadays actually are also working and registering the ISAM and the UN international agencies. So we'll be more than happy to register your membership within the ISAM, and we are working at the present time to have some kind of discount and initiatives for affiliated memberships with ISAM community, especially in our meetings, which is going to be worldwide. For example, this year, I'm going to say it later on. This year, we have almost four conferences. One international conference, which our colleagues Rabia is doing in Istanbul in September this year, and we have another 3 regional conferences. So, we are always looking for exchanging knowledge, practice, attitudes, and exchanging some ideas. And we are lucky to have you all with us, where we are working in developing our evidence-based scientific training programs within the Training and Education Committee, led by our colleague Shalini, which is with us today. So basically, the website is informative, and it gives all the data and information about the ISAM and its activities. And we do have we do have a bi-monthly bites, which we are more than happy to announce freely for you and for our collaborative societies. If there is any announcement, it will help actually in disseminating the knowledge, exchanging the information, and so on. We talk about the annual and the regional scientific conferences, And we have many interest groups within and committees within the ISAM group. And I think, the largest one is the regional committee at the present time, led by our colleagues, board member Hamad Ikhtiyari. And there is, a lot of activities being done and fellowship, travel fellowship, especially for young colleagues and attending conferences and attending seminars. And we are trying actually to work all of us as a group and as a family, helping each other, because I think this is the add-up fingerprint of us in the ISAM community. Bearing in mind that this group that been started almost 25 years ago, and we are continuing with their initiatives, and soon I think somebody else from our team will be taking over. I think most of you are representing within the global expert networks, and within the ISAM community, we have been always asked to have some kind of activities, some kind of consultation activities internationally. And this is actually, it's a win-win situation where we are almost in the process of having a research arm and an advisory business arm. Again, you people are representing your countries, representing your specialty within that field, and we can always work in initiating, the win-win situation between all of us, establishing and helping other countries establishing, that kind of service with their own countries. So this year, as I mentioned, the annual conference will be in Istanbul, the nice city of Istanbul, with our colleagues, Rabia, which I'm sure that she's doing an excellent work over the small period of time to help in doing, such an international conference. And we do have a lot of topics being discussed, a lot of themes being raised up. And till now, there is, a couple of plenaries, international plenaries being approved to join us. So hopefully, we'll be looking for you all to join that meeting in in our conference in Istanbul in September. I think Rabia, it's between 5 to 6. Yeah. One of the products that we feel honored to have it within the ISAM community is the international exam. And this exam, it's an annual exam. Before, it used to be done during the conference. It's a paper exam. Nowadays, we are doing it in paper plus online format, and we are trying to actually, it's a good idea that I've been raising up that issue now, because we are building up a selective advisory board for the ISAM exam. What we are looking for in our strategy, which I hope you have been in it before, you have been looking at it before, but we need also your input as an update for it, is to have that ISAM exam to be the certified exam in our field internationally. So basically, till now, that exam, it's going to be held in April 5th, and it's online in Istanbul, Turkey. And we are trying to, as I mentioned, to disseminate with our association with the International Consortium of Drug Demand Reduction Universities, to have that exam being distributed to almost 470 universities that have been joined the ICUDDR. I'm a board member from the ICUDDR, and with us, our colleagues, Dr. Rania Mamdouh from Egypt. She's also a board member, and she's, we are working in supporting that exam to be the certified exam in our field. Next slide, please. The textbook, that's one of the major product of ISAM, and it's a textbook. Can I have the second slide, please? It's a textbook that concentrate on the issues of addiction medicine, public health addiction medicine, some neurology, and there is so many. And there is so many within, actually, and we are working now in going towards the second product. Again, this is a hard document, but we are also going with the international phenomena and having that textbook to be available also online. And we're trying again with our colleagues to have those associated organizations a special discount in gaining that kind of materials. Fellowship, again, in every conference, we have a fellowship and grants been coming from our colleagues in the NIDA and some other agencies. We'll be more than happy to share with you that kind of fellowships. And normally we do it for countries which need some kind of help and economically constrained, so we can let our young fellow psychiatrists to join us. The other issues, that at ISAM annual meeting, since we started, and since our colleagues started it in 1999, we've been all over the world. Nowadays, the things, thanks God, the conference being booked till 2029 as an international. And we do have so many regional conferences coming, and so many people actually would like to have our logo with them and to work with us. So this year, as I mentioned, 24 it will be in Istanbul, the 25 in Hamburg. We already started, the preparation with them for Hamburg conference, and we are looking for letting you all to join. Rotterdam 26, Sydney, Melbourne, Australia on 27. There is another also. United States nowadays is also trying to get an international or at least a regional conference, which hopefully we are discussing with our ex-president Dr. Pant, who's with us and the team, to have that conference as a regional within the US in 2027, if it's possible. Switzerland, Lausanne, and Helsinki in Finland in 2029. We are also, we are looking for having all over the conference to be all over the world. Again, we have this year, our colleagues, board member Dr. Yasser finalized his second Francophonic conference in Nancy, France. So we are encouraging the conference will be in other languages, and we'll be trying to support that. This is the contact, and this is myself. I'll be at your service with our colleagues and the ISAM board. At the end of the day, I was telling our colleagues that we are here to serve. We are here to serve the humanity, and this is our role. So thanks a lot for joining us, all of you, and thanks indeed for having such a great collaborative meeting, which we hope that we encourage each other to raise up the level of standard and the knowledge to all over the humanity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Hamad. Thank you.